I therefore on this day issue Public Order number 3 of 2021 as follows. That 1, with regard to the zoned areas comprising of the counties of Nairobi, Machakos, Kiambu, Kajiado, and Nakuru, it is directed that the cessation of movement into and out of the zoned areas be and is hereby lifted. 2, that the hours of curfew in the zoned area are revised to commence at 10 p.m. and end at 4 p.m. with effect from midnight on this day of May 2021 until otherwise directed. 3, that in-person and congregational worship shall resume in strict fidelity to the guidelines issued by the Interfaith Council and the Ministry of Health. However, the attending congregation is still capped to 1/3 of the capacity of the place of worship. And that 4, the operations of restaurants and eateries in the zoned areas shall resume in accordance with the guidelines issued jointly by the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, and restaurants are indeed encouraged to utilize outdoor spaces to maximize on physical and social distancing. For the entirety of the Republic of Kenya, it is directed as follows. That 1, all our educational institutions in all levels of learning shall reopen in accordance with the calendar issued by the Ministry of Education. And 2, that the resumption of sporting activities shall be guided by the regulations to be issued by the Ministry of Health jointly with the Ministry of Sports. 3, that all bars in the territory of the Republic of Kenya are to operate until 7 p.m. And I repeat, 7 p.m. 4, all employers and enterprises are encouraged to allow their workers to work from home, with the exception being with respect to employees working in critical or essential services that cannot be delivered remotely. And 5, that all hospitals are directed to limit the number of visitors for hospitalized patients to 1 visitor per day, to 1 visitor per patient per day. And 6, that the prohibition against political gatherings is extended until otherwise directed. And 7, that all other containment measures and guidelines that are not expressly set out in this address remain in force and shall be enforced dutifully.